stories. In this episode, I'll be discussing the life of Schoolboy Q. Quincy Matthew Hanley was born on October 26, 1986, on a U.S. Army air base in Germany. His parents, who were both military, divorced before he was born. His father remained in the Army while Q and his mother moved to Texas for a few years, before settling in South Central Los Angeles, on 51st neighboring Figueroa and Hoover Street, just a few minutes from USC and the Staples Center. Although Q partially lived in the Rolling Hundreds, in an apartment off Imperial in St. Andrews, his mother eventually began a job.
My bad, cuz. That's the crazy part about LA though. Like, you can be on Figueroa. Like, I was living on Figueroa. I was living across the street from the Staples Center. Up the street, it really is gang members. Like, it's really hoods and gang members and beef going on literally 10 minutes up the street. And that's just the craziest part about LA. Like, nowhere is really safe from gang banging activity. I don't even know why the feds ain't swooped in and shut everything down, but they need to get control over the goddamn city. No reason. The whole city should be like just gangland, gang tone. It shouldn't be like that.
As a AAA night shift dispatcher. Thus, in his school years, she and Q barely saw each other. His grandmother stood in the best she could, but he nonetheless began gangbanging at 12. 4 years later, Q was heavily involved with the 5 Deuce Hoover Crips. He was still managing to get good grades, so much that the older gang members nicknamed him Schoolboy. But his senior year was a washout. He spent more time selling drugs and gangbanging than paying attention in class. He sold Oxy and he sold crack, but he made more selling Oxy. He used to go out of town to get it. At this point, Q would only attend school so he could play football, which he was exceptional at. His 40 time was 4.3.
Damn.
Q attended Crenshaw High, which was risky to say the least, considering Crenshaw is a Rolling 60 Crip school. The Hoovers and 6-0s are big historical enemies. Near the end of his senior year, he learned he was not on pace to graduate. His GPA was a funky 1.0. Thankfully, a security guard who he paid somehow altered his transcripts and he was able to graduate. Q was recruited to play football at West LA College, but he continued to skip class and do drugs. In 2007, he was arrested for home invasion and sent to jail for 6 months, half of which he finished on house arrest. It was at this point Q decided to give music his all. He dropped his first mixtape called Schoolboy Turned Hustlin' summer 2008. Another mixtape followed the next year. On the strength of those tapes, CEO of TDE signed Q to a roster that included Kendrick Lamar and J-Rock.
Big homie Q, we out here, man, chillin'. Right here, my nigga video shoot, getting the damn man. So if you fake ass niggas out there, move out the way, my nigga come. You know, man.
I just keep doing this shit because I don't know what to say, my nigga. Like I said, J-Rock the king of the coast, nigga. Red Rainbow, like Annie in the crib, nigga. Just say nothing disrespectful to my nigga, nothing, nigga. This how we get out, nigga. Annie in the big side of things. Hey, I'm back. Hey, what street we on? 51st and Big. 51st. Them niggas.
We on Terrell Mama. I just wish my people would stop doing. I ain't even gonna say my people because there'd be a lot of it's Mexicans that gang bang, Asians that gang bang, white people that gang bang. Everybody gang bang different. But I just wish people in general would stop beefing and coming on blocks, posting up on shit that they don't own. Like, you don't own that block, bro. Why is you up here trying to act like, you know, you own it and it's your shit and I'm on 51st and Fig and it's my spot. You don't even own your house, bro. Renting your house. Why are you acting like this, man? You be acting the ass for the wrong thing.
In 2009, Q was involved in a short-lived beef with 40 Glock. This was at the time 40 Glock was trolling various rappers like Tyga and Lil Wayne.
Fuck, cuz. All these niggas Lil Wayne running from us, man.
Come on, crack the window. What's up with that blood shit, Lo?
Our playground.
Little lollipop in here.
Oh, cameras got a lot of people hurt.
Okay, Coach Crip, nigga. Lil Wayne and them right here. Yeah.
Q would drop Ezell's a 40 Glock diss, and many could hear a 50 Cent cadence in his flow. Coming up, 50 Cent was a big inspiration to Q to start rapping.
I heard it on the internet. Everyone's been talking about it. You already know what I'm about to say. The diss. Tell me about it.
Oh, Ezell the Smoker. That's what I'm talking about, man. Basically, dog, I'm gonna tell you the rundown on this. The dude, he made some false statements about my boy Tyga. You know what I'm saying? That's my little brother, GD to the death. You know, he did a lot of fake stuff with Wayne. A lot of little lies and little rumors, little childish shit, you know what I'm saying, that I really didn't like. And I really felt disrespected by this clown saying all this shit, so you know what I'm saying, I just had to like air it out. But you know what I'm saying, That dude, that shit is over with. I did what I did. I said what I said. I won't diss him no more because, I mean, it's obvious he ain't on my level. The nigga suck. His mechanics is off. He can't even stay on beat. So it's like, why even put myself, categorize myself with a loser, you know what I'm saying? But when I see him, he gonna see what's happening. But anyway, the nigga,
real street nigga. He said, when I see him, he gonna see what's happening. He just explained why he made the song, and he ain't finna talk about, yeah, I'm finna smoke him, woo. And I just respect Schoolboy Q because after all this, he made a lot of successful music. I ain't gonna lie. He had like, the new generation don't know about Schoolboy Q, but he had some hits though. I'm just in the studio just trying to get to you, baby. That shit right there, that studio song, that whole album that studio was on. And Man of the Year, the whole album that Man of the Year was on. Hot shit. Feel me? I've kind of fell out with him as far as listening wise, but this nigga still hard and he golf now. You feel me? He made.
my niggas got at him. Yeah, they got at them niggas and they, no problems. The naked nigga that was in there naked, he didn't want no problems. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is peaceful niggas. They should just be peaceful niggas. Like, I'm a peaceful nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with all that shit. Like, I'm a peaceful nigga. I ain't got time for all that shit, but, you know what I'm saying? You fucking mine or you fucking my own, you know what I'm saying?
Q felt the need to defend Tyga because they were locked in since 2005. Through T-Rail and Q, Tyga once had a connection with the Five Deuce Hoovers. He once shot a video in their hood for his Heart in the Paint freestyle. By the time Q's album Setbacks was released in 2011, he had stopped gangbanging altogether. Setbacks propelled Q into the spotlight and allowed him to earn a large internet following. In the meanwhile, Q was attempting to go straight, which was a process. He quit cold turkey, in addition to prescription drugs, Percocets, Xannies, and lean. But that wound up being his inspiration for his next album, Oxymoron, which went on to be Grammy nominated and cemented his presence and stronghold in the music industry. Q would follow that up with Blank Face in 2016, which would land on the number 2 spot on the charts and would be his second Grammy nominated album. Fast forward to 2019, when Nipsey was murdered, Q would unfortunately receive backlash for not posting about it on social media. He took to Instagram to let the public know that just because he isn't posting on a virtual platform does not mean he isn't mourning in real life. That previous year, Mac Miller, who was one of Q's closest friends, passed away. He decided not to post anything on Instagram and mourn his death in private.
No, for real, this is real life. Like, I don't gotta post somebody to feel sorrow or remorse. Like, you know, like I really feel bad. I really don't like what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can feel that in private without having to get on the internet and post about it and brag about it and all this other crazy stuff. I don't know. The internet, the invention of the camera just shifted. It shifted everything.
Q also postponed his surprise album drop in the wake of Nipsey's passing.
I got the game fucked up. If y'all think I'm trying to put out music tomorrow, I'm not putting out no fucking music tomorrow. It's not cool. I'm not with it. Thank you to our radio for understanding that. You know what I'm saying? I was told that it's it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing they can do. I guess it was like already in some rotation. I don't know what the fuck goes on. I don't know how it works, but I was never with it, you know what I mean? iHeart, I guess they understand it and they pulled it down. So thank you to the blogs that posted it all earlier before we even posted it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not putting nothing out this week. Like, no. Nobody should be putting out nothing out this week. Like, I don't even know how to do these type of videos, dog. Like, I don't even know. I'm just giving y'all, like, the real, like
when I ain't gonna lie, Nipsey and Kobe dying, nigga. I mean, yeah, Nipsey and Kobe dying, like, that shit shook the world. But it shook LA. Like, LA was never the same. I think that shit was never the vibe, that cool atmosphere.
Just the shit, like, I don't want to put no music out this week. I mean, next week maybe, or some shit like top of the week or something, we can do that. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. But like right now, no, it's not cool. It's not pure. That's not me. Y'all know how I get down. Come on, bro. I'm not with it. If I was one of those type of niggas, bro, I'll be dropping music every year. I don't do that. So I'm not that type of nigga, bro. So look, man, let's take this week off, dog, for real. Yeah. That's it.
Although Q and Nip were from enemy hoods that had years of bloodshed between the two, it was clear they had a mutual respect for each other. They'd known of each other since 2008. They both started getting that local buzz around the same time, but gang politics at that time prevented them from doing music together. This was before YG and Nipsey started collaborating, and at that time was very uncommon for Bloods or Hoovers to be mixing in the 60s. Q always would say that was his biggest regret in music, was not collaborating on a song with Nip. They mostly supported each other from a distance throughout the years. In fact, when Q dropped his first album, Nipsey pulled up on him to personally congratulate him. After dropping Crash Talk in 2019, Q went on a hiatus and returned with dropping Blue Lips in 2024. These days, Q rarely goes back to his old hood, and when he does, he doesn't stay for over 15 minutes, and to not be recorded. Q is a very active father in his children's lives, and he doesn't want to jeopardize his freedom by being on the block. Q is on Gang Files. This resulted from him.
I ain't gonna lie. One thing I will say about LA gang politics, like, their politics make more sense and is way more structured. And somebody can be an OG, like an old head or OG, like he did all that before, and then he just goddamn, you feel me? Like he was doing stuff, but they ain't say nothing about no gun clapping. Now, I ain't saying that he wasn't out there possibly doing that. That's not what he was. That's not his role. He was a school guy. He was serving his pack. And then he goddamn went to college. He was still serving his pack. And he started rapping. That's what's his role. You feel me? He played the role. Now, if he didn't start rapping,